From the Convergence Studio in the School of Communication, this is Loyola News Chicago.
Hello, and welcome to Loyola News Chicago. I'm Jessica Reynolds.
And I'm Hillary Kenyon. Here's the news. It's just 2 weeks until the Dalai Lama arrives on campus, and preparations are well underway. The Tibet Center and the university are hosting a Tibetan monk, Lama Nawang Chugchug, for a week. He is in the Norville Center working on a sand mandala. The art of creating a sand mandala promotes enlightenment and compassion in Buddhist culture. The sand is shaped like a bird's eye view of a temple. The monk does this with the metal and wooden tools, and filmmaker documenting this work says it takes a lot of patience.
They do different designs. In fact, the Buddha of Compassion design is something that they will do in public. Most of the designs are done in private and as just personal meditations for the monks.
You can see the mandala throughout its construction and until the Dalai Lama visits on April 26th. After the Dalai Lama speaks, Lama Nawang will lead a walking ceremony to pour the sand into Lake Michigan. The sand mandala construction is meant to symbolize that all things are impermanent.
Some Loyola students recently got a glimpse of a culture that may seem a world away. Mike Byra shows us how dance and music brought it all to life.
Hindu culture came to life through music thanks to an event sponsored by the Hindu Students Organization in the Simpson Multipurpose Room. The event included religious songs called bhajans and classical Indian dances. Performer Meghna Murali says there's more to Indian dance than meets the eye.
Ours is kind of more meaningful because it's kind of devotional and it's kind of like a dancer's way of expressing their faith. And so I think doing dance kind of brings out all that you're feeling, and so that's why I feel like dance is like my favorite way of expressing my faith.
Indian custom requires the audience to take off their shoes and sit with their legs crossed on a white cloth. Students also get a chance to experience new sounds from traditional instruments like the tabla drums and harmonium keyboard.
Tonight people saw a lot of music and dancing, and a lot of Hindu culture is related to music and dancing. So I think people got a good experience out of it, and I think they enjoyed it.
The Hindu Students Organization currently boasts 200 members with 100 active participants at Loyola. The organization's goal is to spread awareness of Hindu culture on campus. Current Vice President Shivam Jani says the performances made students more aware of the Hindu faith.
Many of the performances related to the devotion to God. So I wanted the audience to make the connection that with music and Hinduism, I believe that there is a great connection to the performer and his or her devotion to God.
The night ended with a traditional arati, or prayer ceremony, where candles were waved in front of a murti, or physical representation of God. For one night, the campus community experienced the rhythm of Hindu culture. Mike Byra, Loyola News Chicago.
The dance event was part of Hindu Awareness Week on campus, which also includes a mock Indian wedding. Next fall marks the Hindu Student Association's 10-year anniversary at Loyola.
We told you last week that Loyola students voted in favor of banning the sale of the water bottles on campus. But that doesn't mean water bottles are going to disappear from Rambler Room or Nina's Cafe anytime soon. Vending machines in campus stores will keep selling water despite the ban. The Loyola Student Dispatch reports Aramark is not required to stop selling water bottles because the referendum is not law. The vote was simply a formal declaration in support of the water bottle ban. Newly elected USGA President Julia Poirier is working with Aramark to officially end the sale of water bottles on campus. Loyola is trying to help save lives thanks to student volunteering to sign up for the bone marrow registry. The Bone Marrow Donor Center has representatives recruiting student help at Baumhart Hall this week. Students fill out a registry form and swab the inside of their mouths for saliva tissue. The collected tissue will be tested for marrow matches. Recruiters say college-age donors are healthier candidates because they meet many of the criteria. Recruiters also emphasize the importance of participating and becoming a potential donor.
You're specifically going to save one person's life. And with that one person, you're also saving the life of their family and their community, the people that love them, and without you specifically, would not be able to see them ever again.
If you missed the event this week but would still like to help, you can visit getswab.org to find out how to donate.
A Loyola student was found dead in his Regis Hall dorm room April 5th. According to the Loyola Phoenix, an autopsy by the Cook County Medical Examiner determined the 18-year-old freshman's death was a suicide. Vice President of Student Development Robert Kelly sent out a campus-wide email announcing the tragedy. The email also listed on-campus resources for coping with the loss of a student. The Wellness Center, Campus Ministry, and Residence Life are available for students on an individual basis. Loyola students, are you about to graduate and start looking for a job, or are you having trouble finding a job now? Jordan Gutterman reports that Loyola is hosting a series of networking events to help you find your dream career.
Each year, Loyola alumni come together to give back to the university in the best way they know how, through networking. Alumni and students of all majors recently gathered in Lewis Towers to indulge in appetizers, share advice, and network. Tips to success include being aware of networking's importance, proper job searching strategies, and the process of securing your first job.
Targeted in your search, so be smart in where you spend your time. Focus it more on networking, less on applying to job postings, because those networks will work harder for you than the job posting.
I think the biggest part in terms of finding a job and using social networking is cutting out all the middle people. In a lot of ways, is helping cut out a lot of the recruiters that are on site at the company that you're applying to. It's thinking about a way to shortcut the process and not be one of 200 resumes.
One of the most difficult tasks of networking is setting yourself apart from the others. Students can talk to the Career Development Center, Loyola's young alumni, or their professors for tips on how to get their names out there.
I'm here at Loyola's Water Tower campus asking professors their opinion on networking at Loyola.
Go to network events, go to events that really interest you, because it's got to be a passion and you want to be a life learner. So just get used to going to those kind of things and activities that you like and meet people, get involved.
It's all about who you know. That's how you get jobs. And so if you want to get a job in broadcasting, knowing somebody who can get you an interview or get you an internship or just get you in to hang out with the people who, you want to maybe get a job with someday.
Networking can be as easy as making a LinkedIn account or being present on Facebook or Twitter. Jordan Gutterman, Loyola News Chicago.
Don't miss Loyola's next networking event on Thursday, May 3rd. RSVP by visiting Rambler Link or SBA Careers Online.
Loyola has 5 professors named in the Princeton Review's new book, The Best 300 Professors. Among them are Connie Fletcher from journalism, Kathleen Adams of anthropology, John Janiga from accounting, Brian Lavelle from classics, and Jacqueline Scott of philosophy. The book features professors from 122 universities across the country and is divided into 60 academic fields. Professor Fletcher is in her 30th year teaching journalism to undergraduates. Princeton Review used ratings and surveys from students with help from RateMyProfessors.com to pick Dr. Fletcher for the book. Students rated Professor Fletcher highly for her teaching ability and accessibility, but Dr. Fletcher says those criteria are common to find at Loyola.
If you teach at Loyola or if you're a student at Loyola, you know there are so many great professors, so that it's not really, we've just been selected. But it's being selected from really great teachers.
Loyola is the only university in Illinois to have any professors in the book. The next closest school with a featured professor is the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
While the Blackhawks are in the playoffs, find out if Loyola students see the team in the next round.
And hear what bands are coming to St. Park for the biggest music festival of the summer.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Well, here we go.
Let's stretch in the grass.
What a play!
Let's play tag.
Wow, unbelievable.
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Maybe you should go to your shelter and get a mature dog who will make your blues disappear. How's that for tricks? I got picked. Wow.
The NHL playoffs are starting. The Chicago Blackhawks face the Phoenix Coyotes in the first round. We asked Loyola students how they think the Blackhawks will do this year.
Several guys out with different injuries and stuff, so hopefully, now that they're back, hopefully we'll be looking in a little better shape to get going again. I gotta say yes. You gotta say yes. Gotta be pumped up. Yep, we're gonna do it.
For sure. Like, there's no question about it. The Blackhawks, let's just say, I'm calling it a little early that they're winning the cup this year.
We've read a couple reports that they're expected to go pretty far, especially since Taves is back, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
With Jonathan Taves back in the lineup, the Blackhawks have a better chance to advance past the quarterfinals.
Loyola may soon say goodbye to its biggest basketball rival. ESPN reports Butler University has shown interest in leaving the Horizon League for the Atlantic 10. The A10 Conference will have a vacancy when Temple University leaves to join the Big East next year, and Butler wants to fill that spot. Loyola Phoenix reports if Butler abandons the Horizon League, only 9 teams will remain. Loyola has not beat Butler in a men's basketball game since February of 2009. An opponent isn't all the men's basketball team is losing. The Phoenix reports 2 current sophomore guards, Chim Kadima and Denzel Brito, are transferring next semester. Both athletes played every game last season. Brito even averaged the 3rd most minutes per contest and led the team in assists. But the players likely anticipated less court time due to incoming recruits. A signed freshman also recently backed out of his letter of intent with the team. But it's not all bad news for the Ramblers. Last week, head coach Porter Moser picked up 2 new recruits from Houston, Texas.
The Lollapalooza lineup is finally here, and it's official. The 2012 concert in Grant Park will feature big names such as Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Black Keys, Black Sabbath, and Jack White. The summer concert will take place August 3rd through the 5th. Regular 3-day passes are still available at $230. Because of recent taxes, that's $15 more than last year. Many Loyola students we talked to are excited about the bands playing this summer and think the price raise was to be expected.
I think this is the best Lolla lineup they've had. When I looked at last year, I was super disappointed, but this year I'm really excited to actually go.
I don't like that they increase. It's just like everything else increases because there's a demand for it, but I still can't afford the tickets when they're $230 unless someone else buys them for me.
You know, I actually have never gone to Lollapalooza, but this lineup looks like maybe I'll have to do my first time. We'll see.
I think it's way better than last year and probably the best they've had in like 3 years. The lineup got better, so I'm all right with $15 more.
Last year, Lollapalooza had a record-breaking number of fans over the 3-day period, reaching 270,000 people.
If you're trying to cut calories, you'll want to avoid the newest item on Burger King's menu. Introducing the Bacon Sundae, available only at a handful of locations in Nashville, Tennessee. It's soft-serve vanilla ice cream with a drizzle of chocolate sauce and 2 full strips of bacon on top. The fast food chain is testing the Bacon Sundae with customers as part of a new concept menu. It's unknown whether this high-calorie treat will ever spread to stores nationwide.
Oh great, just in time for swimsuit season.
That's our news for today. Thanks for watching.
We're leaving you today with footage of the tulips around Loyola's Water Tower campus from photographer Danielle Galian. Have a great day.